My name is Some Truth. I am an artist, tarot reader, woo lady, and hoodoo baby, and I would love to give you a very personal welcome to this here YouTube channel, Temperance Apothecary. This is the YouTube esoteric wing of my pre-existing business, Temperance Apothecary, where I make and sell candles and body butters with our latest releases coming out in July. Just a couple days. A week from now. So make sure you go and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and all of the things at Temperance Apothecary. Now, we are clearly in a new location, unless this is your first time seeing me. And in that case, hey cousin. If not, we are getting into a pick-a-pile today. Now, what that pick-a-pile will be, to be determined. You obviously have seen the title, so if you haven't picked your pile, I will give you a few seconds to do so. But also, if you'd like to work with me personally, I give personal readings over on my website, temperanceapothecary.com, in general life, love and romance, career and development, and custom creativity readings. Also, let's say you're not a video kind of person, I offer email or written readings for 1 card and 3 card pulls as well, if it's just something a little quick you want to look into. So, without further ado, let's get into this pick-a-pile. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's get into how you light up a room. I already pre-picked your 3 cards, so let's get into them. Oh, Pile 1, child. And that picture, your picture for your pile is very appropriate because we have the sun, we have the world, and we have the 5 of Swords. And I just heard all eyes on me. You walk in, the party don't start till you walk in, Pile 1. You light up a room with your intensity. You give me sunbeam vibes, you know, ray of sunshine vibes. And I say that I am a ray of sunshine. And the thing about a ray of sunshine is that when it gets hot, you've been in like a hot sunbeam. But does the sun turn down, or do you just step out of the light, or you put on your shades, or you make the adjustment? You set the tone when you walk in, Pile 1. That is how you light up a room. You quite literally, you don't check the temperature, you set the temperature for sure. And with the sun, you literally show people how to have a good time. You show people, oh my gosh, you see how much fun I'm having? You see, you know, if it's a group activity, you're the first to volunteer. You're going to show people. If when someone asks for an example or someone to help them in a demonstration, you are volunteering. And at the same time, you have a maturity about you that is really alluring, especially with the world card. It's completion. And I'm hearing, you know, my man raised no fool. Like, you have a levity to you with this sun, but you also have a worldliness to you with the world that then leads into this 5 of Swords reversed energy where you ain't arguing with nobody, Pile 1. Like, you have a very light, breezy air to you, but that's because you are very much in control of your power. Like I said, you are the temperature setter, not the temperature checker. So nobody can knock you off your square, and you operate from that space. And people really love that, and they can feel that when you come into a room. That is definitely how you light up a room, for sure, Pile 1. And I get a clarifier card for this 5 of Swords, reverse spirit for Pile 1, and how they light up a room. Queen of Pentacles and Death. Yeah, you will let some shit die before you argue with somebody that's not worth your time. You will let people, you will stop somebody in their tracks, right? If they're trying to argue with you, fuss with you, get your attention, neg you, because you recognize I'm queen. Like, do you see? I have my pentacle, I have my bunny, I have my throne. I don't have to be here. It has the same feeling of if you've seen Everybody Hates Chris, Russia. I don't need this. My man has 2 jobs, but instead of it being your man, it's you, right? It's you recognizing. The this can be a very broy, you know, sentiment, but it gives lions do not concern themselves with the opinions of sheep. That is the energy you bring to a room, pile one, and it lights up the room because it literally lights up the room, the sun. Like you walk in the room and the room is brighter, it's lighter. People, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. You are such a good vibe, pile one. Like you get around people, suddenly they want to start singing. They want to start doing stuff they ain't never did before, which is why your wisdom and clarity as the world card is what allows you to get a overhead perspective. You also have just been around the block, so you're able to connect with multiple people, and you light up a room by working the room. By working the room and using all the different aspects of yourself at your disposal, right? Like, I'm looking at the signs in the corners. Oh, these are all the fixed signs. So we have Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. Those may be signs that you are, and particularly your rising, right? Because we're talking about first impression and how you light up a room. But what other messages do you have for pile one spirit at this time for how they light up the room? Confirmation burp. See, and yeah, you're different. You have a different energy to you because the last two piles, I did record your pile last, but clearly saved the best for last. Just kidding. There was really saxy sections, like saxophone, but yours is straight trumpet. You're clear, you're to the point, you pierce through like a ray of sunshine. Let's get into these other cards. We have the Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and the Four of Swords reversed. So you actually may have been called to another pile. Do with that what you will. All of these piles do feel connected in one way or another, but you show people what happens when they get up and get to work. And you also show people that they have more choice and agency in their life, in their decision, and how they want to show up. But you quite literally light up the room with it. Your work ethic lights up a room. Your ability to be fluid lights up a room. And your ability to push through. It's funny, we have the Four of Swords and Five of Swords reversed, which I think the reversal position of both of these cards are the preferred position, in my opinion, though time and a place for everything. And that coming out over the Queen of Pentacles gives you the impression that while you ain't finna argue with nobody, you also aren't going to, I'm hearing, take it laying down. Like, you're gonna get your ass up. Even if it's not to address an issue or a problem, you are the queen because you know what it takes to maintain and sustain your throne. For sure. I just saw 707. You definitely might have a message for you in pile two. Damn, pile two is really just that girl in this video. But what last messages do you have for pile one and how they light up a room, spirit? Specifically, pile one, let them know. Can I get one or two cards? One or two cards. See, and there's that saxophone in this one. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. You might have, yeah. Go check out pile 2 or 3 if you feel so called. But we have the Tower and the Lovers. We're gonna cover their booties. Yeah, you light up a room. Oof. You light up a room by literally turning it on. Like, you turn people on and you make people reconsider their choices. You make people reconsider their relationship to power. For sure. You make people reconsider their relationship to chaos. You give me chaos agent pile 1, but chaotic good, for sure. You have a chaotic good energy to you that draws others to you, that also gives you like a Like, you be sending chills down people's backs, and they like it. They like it. They're like, ooh, how do I get like pile one? How do I get closer to pile one? For sure. Can I get one last card, Spirit, on how pile one lights up a room? I love this. Clearly the collective, like my collective, we all would be very, very cool with each other because I love all the energy of all these cards. We have Death and then the Ace of Swords reversed. Interesting. You definitely make people want to change. Change clothes, change their attitude, change their choices, definitely. Maybe change their partners. Ooh, not you make me want to move. Start a new relationship with you. This is what you do. That's what you're giving power. I know that's right. Okay. I'm actually not going to take all these cards, Spirit. Thank you. Can you clarify this Ace of Swords? You light up a room by making people reconsider. I'm hearing like the little dumb jokes they say. Like, you know how some people maybe say things out of nervousness or awkwardness, or they might have like canned lines or, you know, things they say to everybody. You make people reconsider saying anything to you. Like, just saying anything. You know what I mean? Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. You definitely make people, 6 of Pentacles on the bottom. You definitely make people want to share with you. 3 of Wands reversed. But you also, and then the Moon, you get people in their feelings. You definitely get people in their feelings. You might be the kind of person that, yeah, somebody might have to side-eye their partner because they're like, you was just chit-chatting, pile one came around, now you quiet. Or you was just being quiet, but pile one came around and now you talking. You know, you have people who want to play different roles in your life for sure. That's how you light up a room. You show up as the teacher, the student, and the model, like all in one, and you make others want to show up and collaborate in that same way. Ooh, excuse me. You make people thirsty. Power one. But okay. Any last messages, Spirit? Ace of Wands. Yeah, that's a little phallic. 3 of Swords reversed. You make people want to risk it all. You make people want to risk it all because they feel like the risk will be worth it. And it would be. Because you're clearly the shit, Power. And I love that for you. But that's what I have. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like a personal reading with me, I would love to work with you personally. Check out my website, temperanceapothecary.com, where I offer readings in general life, love and romance, and current development. And let's just say videos aren't your thing. I also offer written tarot readings for 1 card and 3 card pulls. If you know, you want some just a little dainty or some quick. But either way, if this message resonated with you, comment a sunshine. A sun emoji down below, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. See, I ain't even blow kisses to nobody else but you, Power. I know that's right. You make people want to act different. But I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Now, don't tell nobody, but I recorded your video first. Your picture quite literally jumped out at me. So clearly, you light up a room by being a magnet. All right, you are instantly drawing folks to you. Like, I couldn't stop looking at the picture, even though I clearly created the cover. So you definitely bring a lot of attention, a lot of eyes your way. You're also a little dramatic. You light up a room by the drama, by the glamour, by the luxury you bring into it. But I went ahead and picked 3 cards for how you light up a room. Let's get into them. We have the 7 of Wands. Oh, King of Swords reversed. And then the 7 of Cups. Ooh, how you light up a room, you have to beat people back with a stick. You make people forget themselves. You make people... I'm, of course, recording late at night in my cousin's house, so excuse me for whispering. But Pile 2, you light up a room by putting people on their P's and Q's. You put people on their P's and Q's, okay? You get, oh, dripping, oh, stumbling, oh. Yeah, very that. Because the 7 of Wands is making me think that when you walk in, people tighten up. They sit up straight, right? They want to reapply their gloss. They want to make sure their clothes, their shirt is sitting right. Before I started recording, I wasn't going to put on my jewelry, and then I was like, I need my chain. Matter of fact, let me put on my earrings. Pile 2. Because clearly, you're on that type of time. You stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You also make people realize there's more options available. Like, you show them what is possible in the way that you show up and in the way that you carry yourself. And so they suddenly feel a little insecure. Like, King of Swords, he's real about it, right? He's focused. He's locked in. And seeing this reverse, it doesn't give me your energy. Like, this gives me other people's reaction to you, where they're like, damn, I thought I was fine. I thought I, was like that. But maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not like that. So it's an insecurity, but it's not a negative connotation for sure. It's more of a, the Page of Wands reverse also wanted to come out. It's like you make people feel childish, which is wild to think that that's how you light up a room. But like I said, you make people get on their P's and Q's. Like, you make people reconsider their options. You make people see, like, you know what? I haven't been choosing. Or you make people want to choose. Pile 2. You make people want to get real choosy, for sure. So, Spirit, what other ways does Pile 2 light up a room? Especially with the 7 of Wands. Can you say more? And then 2 7s, you're definitely a little spiritual. You might be a little witchy. This does feel like my Pile, personally. But you have a certain aura about you, as the Ute would say. You have the Devil reversed. You make people realize where they have been playing with themselves. Pause. Where they have not been, protective of their peace, or, really securing their success. Because now I'm thinking about how the 7 of Wands obviously comes after the 6 of Wands, which is the card of recognition and success. And then the 8 of Wands is like the quick getaway. It's the opportunities almost falling into your lap. And so the Devil of reverse, clarifying the 7 of Wands, to me, you are real serious about it. Real serious. You light up a room by showing people where they can go harder, right? Even when I'm looking at this, the 7 of Wands is a card where obviously there is strife or there is struggle. But you see how she got on a heel? A heel and this nice ass skirt. Like, she looks so cute. Almost like Kim Possible-esque. So you are not above getting down into the weeds of it, or, going back and forth with anybody. But again, not from a lower place. It's because of the respect you have for yourself. Like, you know that you have gained and earned the success and recognition that you have, and you are willing to defend it. You are willing to defend yourself. I'm also getting a sense of justice from you. Like, with this Devil reverse, you want to free people because you live from a free place. You live from an authentic place, right? Pile 2. So how else does Pile 2 light up a room, Spirit? Can you clarify these 2 court cards? Because they definitely feel like other folks' energy. Can you clarify these 2 court cards for how Pile 2 lights up a room? We're kindred spirits, Pile 2. But again, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. We're all a part of the collective, obviously. But within that collective, people gravitate to each other for different reasons. So I definitely see myself as some kin with you. Page of Cups. Okay. The fact, and then the Chariot on the bottom. The fact that those are the 2 cards coming out upright, and again, it's another court card. This definitely feels like other people's energy and how they respond to you. You soften people up. So even though you make others want to get on their P's and Q's, you also make them want to reconsider what they have to offer. Like, what do they bring to the table, right? It's like, you make them want to take care of what they have. You make them want to express themselves. Like, literally, you see how it almost looks like they have their heart on their sleeve. You make people, yes, feel a little insecure and a little unsure of themselves, maybe even a little immature, but you also have like a whimsy and a joy to you that makes people want to come correct and be sweet with you. Pile 2, I see you're the type of person that when you enter a room, or let's say you're walking outside, this is my pile. Because I love going for a walk, especially after it's rain, and finding a good stick. And then coming and showing everybody my stick. Like, that is what you give pile 2, where yes, you are clearly this fierce competitor, and you're not competing with anyone, but you're competing with the version of yourself from yesterday, or an hour ago, or from 5 years ago, you know what I mean? And people recognize that, because they recognize you're not in competition with others, you bring a sweetness. This has a sweetness to it that maybe knocks people off balance, that people are not expecting because of how easy and how you make it look sexy, even when you're going through something, or even when you are being protective of your peace, because you also are no nonsense. You light up a room by making others want to take themselves more seriously. Proud too. So any final words, Spirit, for pile 2 on how they light up a room? Ooh, we got the 6 of Pentacles. You literally make people want to open their pockets. You make people want to open their wallets and put it in your hand, okay? And this is the 7 of Cups. You light up a room by, like I said, having this infectious, I need to take myself more seriously, I need to be on my P's and Q's energy. And that makes people want to figure out what is it they can give you. Like, it's, what did I say? I'm playing music, which is why I'm going back and forth, but you get that. You don't need to hear that. So you have this Page of Cups. You literally make people reconsider what they have to offer and bring to the table, and they want to find a way to give it to you. That is work pile 2. I told you we're kindred spirits. So when people realize, like, okay, I could be doing more, you also make them, in how you light up a room, think, but here's what I have to offer. How can I show pile 2 that, like, I'm hearing I'm worthy of their light? Okay. And then with that Chariot, I'm also thinking, yeah, what did I say? Magnetism. You draw people to you, pile 2. For sure. For sure. Any last word, Spirit, for how pile 2 lights up a room? 9 of Pentacles, and then 3 of Swords in the bottom. People recognize that you literally got it going on. And not only do you have it going on materially, it's a glow from the inside. Like, look at her. She's looking over her shoulder, bird on her cap, pentacles in her hand, carrots in the other. Like, that is a well-kept woman. Gender inclusive. That is a well-kept person. And they're surrounded by a garden of their own creation. They've put in the work. They are enjoying quite literally the fruits of their labor. And so people recognize that you are operating from a space that's not jaded. The Empress and the Chariot again. People recognize that even though you move from a place of self-respect, you are not jaded. You are not this stiff, hard knock. Like, that's not what I'm getting from you. But you light up the room by showing people what is possible when they pour into themselves and love on themselves and take themselves seriously. So that's what I have for you, pile 2. That is really exciting. I would love to be in a room with you. But if you'd like to work with me personally, make sure you go ahead and book a reading over at temperanceapothecary.com. And if this video resonated with you, what emoji should we put? Now I gotta look at the emojis. You know what? Put a sax, because I'm hearing the sax from the background music. But I will see y'all in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Now, I have already picked your 3 cards. Don't tell nobody, but I'm actually filming y'all second because the order is the order on the picture, but that's the energy that was coming through, which lets me know you may have some messages in pile 2 for you. But let's go ahead and look at your cards. Yeah, you're bad, pile 3. You're bad, and you can do that all by yourself. And people feel that, they see that when you walk in a room. So we have the Hermit, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Emperor. You mean big business, serious business, pile 3. And you light up a room literally from the inside out. Do you notice how this Hermit has a star and it's like sitting over their like solar plexus chakra? So it's literally like from just below their heart center, but they are radiating a light out. In other interpretations, the Hermit has like a lantern that they are following, And so you are the kind of person that literally lights up a room by how incredibly hard you work. Okay? I just heard nobody wants to fucking work anymore. That's not you, pile 3. Pile 3, you light up a room by bringing very esoteric, wise, crone energy to this space. And again, with the Emperor here, you mean business. People recognize that you would probably rather be working. Like, I'm looking at this. You see how it looks like they have a pentacle over it? So it's like, got my mind on my money, and my money in my mind. Down the street. Like, you don't play. And even noticing the music as it's playing now, it's shifted. It's like a little DJ set situation. It's laid back. It's grooving now. And I'm looking at this Emperor, and this Emperor is literally staring me down like, can I help you? And when I look, it's telling a story. You have the Hermit who just got the idea. They are being lit up from the inside. They're closing out the outside world. They're doing their work, right? And now that after they've done their work, they're now the Emperor. So when you come outside, you're coming outside as the Emperor. So you may be an Aries. Shout out Aries gang. You definitely have messages in pile 2 for you. Or you are Scorpio as well. That just came to mind. But in the Taurus. Okay, so I'm getting Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, which is very specific because I usually don't get signs in a particular reading. And those might be your rising signs because we're talking about how you light up a room. So it's your first impression. It's what people think when they see you, right? So pile 3, ooh, even looking at this Hermit and thinking about your image, how you have like that silver balloon surrounding JT. If you don't know, that is the rapper, JT, formerly of the City Girls. Excuse me, confirmation burp. You see how this is also gray? Like, you can't help but be a little left of center, right? But you still stand out. Like, silver is still a metallic, it's still a metal. But it takes a specific kind of person to carry silver and to pull off silver. Of course, it's like undertone and stuff, but it's also an energy. And so you are someone where when you walk in a room, people recognize, oh, they're different. They're different. And you are probably very passionate about the things that you care about too. So when you walk in a room, whether you mean to or not, you may bring it back to work and people can feel that. And they're like, oh, pile 3, like, they really mean business. You might have your own business. You might be constantly working or studying. And then when you go out into the world, you present just an air of mastery and of self-possession that people really admire. These are all super, super clear. I didn't even know I was going to do this message. So I'm glad that the messages are coming through so well. You definitely might have had, like I said, a message for you in pile 2. But Spirit, what other messages do you have for pile 3 and how they light up the room? I get 2 more. It's giving me strong and silent type, maybe? Okay. Let's do 3 actually. Yeah, 9 of Cups. You light up a room by showing people they can have exactly what it, Empress on the bottom. They can have exactly what it is they want because as long as they're willing to work for it. You show people that hard work paid off. And then we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Okay, and the Queen of Wands came out over the Hermit and the King of Cups came out over the 8 of Pentacles. So you may be a creative person, you may be an artist, and you are constantly practicing your craft, whether that's singing or working on your instrument. Yeah, you definitely have a message in pile 2 for you. Very sexy. But this Queen of Wands over the Hermit gives me the impression that you are also someone who knows how to turn it on. So when you're in the house, you know, oh, boom. So the Hermit card is associated with Virgo, right? Stick with me. Tropical Virgo. And this is giving me the visual of Beyonce in her like black hoodie, which if you are a fan of Beyonce, you're familiar with her or what have you. When she got that hoodie on, she means business. She's recording, she's working, she's, giving notes. and not giving any more until she sees the ones that she have already applied, you feel me? And then we have the Queen of Wands. I'm interpreting this as tropical Leo. So a lot of Virgos, especially August Virgos, but some September as well, Beyonce included, are technically sidereal Leos. And that's where this Queen of Wands energy comes out, because Beyonce, for as serious and studious and Virgo-esque she is, she also will go and put that shit on in a heartbeat, right? When she gets on stage, she doesn't resonate with Sasha Fierce anymore, but there was a period in time where you could watch how she got on stage and a whole nother presence showed up. And that's that Queen of Wands energy. So you light up a room, pile 3, by deciding, if I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be here. Like, your presence is felt when you enter a room. You also know how to hold court very, very well, which is like that Leo energy I'm getting. Now, with the 8 of Pentacles clarified by the King of Cups, you definitely are someone who prioritizes mastery. And if not mastery, then just, what's the word I want to use, Spirit? Self-possession and self-expression. And particularly self-expression through your work. So you definitely are an artist, someone who communicates very well, maybe even a therapist, I'm hearing. That's really interesting. Graphic design, right? And people can tell that your work is really important to you and that you are a big deal when it comes to your work. And with this 9 of Cups over the Emperor, literally, you see how they're both seated, like, I'm that guy. What about it? What about it? So, pile 3, you light up a room by literally being the end result. Like, you show people what it could be like if and when they step their cookies up, and if and when they put in the work, and if and when they're willing to isolate and put their head down, not in an unhealthy way, but in a disciplined, in a self-mastery, a self-compassionate, loving way. Word to Jada K Story. That's really cool, pile 3. You seem like a good time. You definitely give me Taurus energy. You give me Taurus energy for sure. Taurus, Virgo. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh, 7 of Wands wanted to jump out. Definitely go watch pile 2. You and pile 2, yo, that Delroy and Ernestine, they were sisters. That's what this is giving me for sure. Spirit, can I get a last card? Any last messages for pile 3 and how they light up a room? Three of Cups with the 2 of Pentacles on the bottom. Yeah, you are not all work. You definitely know how to play. You definitely know how to get down. You are the definition of work and life balance, all right? You're gonna party just as hard as you work. You're not gonna overthink it either. You're not gonna keep yourself up late at night stressing about what could go wrong. You are focused on your pentacles, and at the same time, when you are present and around and in the group, like I said, with this Queen of Wands energy, I got my drink and my two-step, my drink and my two-step. You know how to work hard and play hard, for sure, pile 3. And again, the music just switched up to something a little groovy, and that's the vibe I get from you. So thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, comment a wave emoji. And if you like a personal reading with me, go ahead and check out the website, temperanceapothecary.com. You can book a general life, love and romance, or career and development reading. And let's say you're not into video, I also offer 1 card and 3 card pulls via email. So go ahead and check that out and follow us on all platforms at Temperance Apothecary, and I will see you in the next one. I'm still shuffling. So Spirit, is there any last message you want me to deliver to pile 3? Eight of Cups, yeah. And then the Devil reversed. Definitely go watch pile 2, and I'm not just saying that. With the 8 of Cups as your last card, you know how to love them, you know how to leave them. You're willing to leave behind and cut off anything that is not aligned with the vision you have for your life and is not the desires of your heart. you don't want to leave pile 3, and that's really, really cool. So you light up a room in that way because people recognize that your presence is a present. It is a gift. And that is a wonderful, wonderful place to live from. So I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.